What's up, guys? This is Michael, Treeline Backpacker. Today I wanted to show you something a little bit different. These are the Sony Linkbuds. These are open air headphones, or earbuds as you may want to call them. Basically what that means is instead of having a typical driver, these have holes in the middle which allows sound to pass through so you can hear things that are going on around you, which makes these very useful for hiking, biking, camping, backpacking, uh, anything where you're out and about, or if you just want to hear animals, people, traffic, anything like that around you. Now, these are quite unique. They do work. They work quite well. But I do have some thoughts about them. I'm not 100% sold on them, although I really like where they're going with this. So the way this is going to work, this is where your typical ear tip would be. This will go into your ear, and this little wing here, which is replaceable with various different sizes, goes into the top of the ear to hold it in place, and that's pretty much it. You do have a microphone on each side. The microphones do pick up really well for any earbuds, some of the best I've ever heard, in fact. My biggest issue with these is the sound. They don't sound bad, but they are a little bit lacking. So the clarity is there. They do sound good and clean. The mids are nice. They're great for podcasts. The vocals come through nice and clear. The treble is quite good. So cymbals, hi-hats, things like that come through nice. The real problem is the bass reproduction. I guess part of that is these being an open air design. They don't seal in your ear, so they don't have anything to push against to create that real deep reverb kind of bass. So there's not a whole lot of bass. To me, being a bit of an audio nerd as I am, the bigger issue is the bass almost seems to be portrayed more as mids. So it's not a deep, it's not a rumble. Um, it doesn't sound terribly accurate on the low end. And that's not to say these aren't enjoyable. They do sound quite nice. I do like how music sounds through them. They can be a little pitchy at times, but this does come with a really nice app that'll work on Android and iOS. You can bump up that bass quite a bit. Can't quite fix the problems with it. You can knock down the treble just a little bit, kind of tune them out, chill them out a little bit, and they sound a lot better. As far as using these go, I've had great success. They stay absolutely put in my ears. They don't move at all, which I've honestly never been able to say with any kind of headphones before. Even sport headphones that have the big wings and things, these do not move. Probably because they're kind of requiring the ear itself to hold in place and not just tension of rubbery tips. And that makes a big difference. Running, these are great. Hiking, these are great. If you're working out on the patio or at the gym, absolutely fantastic. You can hear everything around you, assuming you don't crank the volume too much. Just like a normal speaker, if you crank that sound up, you will be able to drown out what's around you. But if you have it at manageable levels, you're going to be able to hear everything going on around you. Biking is a little bit problematic due to wind noise. The wind as it comes by actually sort of interacts with this ring, goes into your ear, and kind of highlights the wind noise that would normally be there if you're biking at speed, especially if you're continuously riding at 5, 10, 15 miles an hour. The wind noise really gets in the ear. It's not picked up by the driver so much as just coming through this funnel. It does wash out the bass almost completely. A lot of the mids get hidden, so music gets harder to hear. The app can pick up that wind noise and automatically crank the audio if you set it to do that. But the louder these get, the hotter they get as far as treble goes. And the mids don't climb so much, and the bass just kind of melts away. So the louder these are, kind of the worse the audio quality gets, which is kind of a problem. Um, and then, of course, you're not going to be able to hear what's going on around you, which is the entire point of these. But they are quite comfortable, at least for most people. It's going to depend on your ears, of course. They do sound pretty good. Quite a bit different than bone conduction headphones if you've tried those for outdoors. I think I honestly still prefer the bone conduction. Even though these are far more clear, the clarity is fantastic. I really just have a hard time getting over that lack of bass. Now, I say that being someone who's not a bass head. I usually turn down my bass, try to get my headphones sounding as neutral as possible. But even for me, that lack of bass is a little bit of a problem. Some people may not really notice that because the bass is present, it is there, it's just not very accurate, and that's really my bigger issue. Got a pairing button, USB-C, nice charge case. This is an LED, which will show you the battery level. A couple other details. The buds themselves get about 5 hours on the charge. The case will bump that up 3 or 4 times, so you can throw it in there. 10 minutes will give you about an hour and a half of a charge, which is pretty good. This is magnetic. When you drop them in there, they're going to stick. When you close the lid, it will lock, and you have to push this button to pop them back open, which I do appreciate. They're not going to fall out or get wobbly over time, so that I do like. Overall, quite unique. These are very different than anything else on the market right now. I do like them. They are expensive. These come in at 180 bucks. I feel like due to the feature set, there's no noise canceling, of course, because there's no way to block sound. 180 bucks for the sound quality and the lack of some of the other features like wireless charging, to me seems pretty steep. For 120, maybe 90 even, I could see these being a great option. But yeah, 180 for these is a bit steep. I would wait. I think these are going to go on sale pretty often and pretty fast. Um, Overall, pretty big fan. Probably going to stick with my bone conduction, to be fair. The Bose Open sound a bit better than these as well. I just didn't find those comfortable. These are very comfortable. I can wear these for quite a while, biking, hiking, whatever I want to do. But yeah, that's the Sony Linkbuds. If you have any questions about these, let me know. I don't know if I'm going to do a written review about these or not, but I just wanted to kind of show these off so you can get an idea that these are out there. They are an option. But yeah, thank you for watching. Check out treelinebackpacker.com for more. And yeah, enjoy.